So before I start, I apologize if you can hear the bird within the background. Even though it's 1 a.m, it is obnoxiously loud for whatever reason. With that said, I kind of wanted to do more of a simple video today, talking about Chainsaw Man Part 2 and some of the returning devils that we should expect to see, but more so a deeper dive into their importance, the infrastructure of these variations, the hybrids, the fiends, and the devils themselves, because there's a lot of misinformation surrounding them. There's a lot of uneasiness, and the amount of differing directions that Fujimoto could go down is honestly entirely endless. However, starting off, I thought explaining these would be a good place to start. So for those of you who may have forgotten or just don't remember, there are somewhat 3 different variations of devils. There are the devils themselves, which can be very climatic and over the top and be portrayed that way, like the gun devil, for example, or the control devil, like Makima, who has a human form. There's also fiends, which are devils that take over the corpses of humans. This would be indicative to power. For example, the difference between a fiend and a normal devil within a human body like Makima is that the fiend not only has the physical attributes of the human body with the corpse that they take over, but there is sometimes potential lingering emotions or mental states that carry over and merge with that devil. Or with that fiend, I should say. This has been shown very slightly with the violence fiend, I believe, who is someone that obviously only cares about violence, but because of the body that devil jumped within, he's someone that actually approaches peace now. That is his first option. So the devil has completely 180'd on what their true purpose is and what they're birthed from, and that is because of the body that they've jumped in. The craziest thing about this is that we don't know how far this goes. We've barely seen anything for it, and I guess you could also include Power in there with some of the depictions of her mental state and how it is indicative to her pure form devil, something that is away from her human self. But the real showcase for that, and for Power specifically, is if or when she comes back within Chainsaw Man Part 2, which I think is 100% going to be a thing, just based off the kind of friendly semi-contract that her and Denji made at the end of the story. I'll go into more detail regarding that later on, but the last one is obviously hybrids, which is what Denji is. This is a human that retains their mental and emotional state alongside having some sort of devil inside of them. So Pochita, for example, inside of Denji, as well as the other hybrids like Reze. But similar to the fiends, we also don't know the semantics for it. We don't know what it technically takes to create a hybrid or the differences between them. Denji and Pochita's situation is very specific and kind of natural in a sense because of their relationship and how Denji's human heart was replaced with Pochita's. That's not to say that the other hybrids could have gone through the same process, but I imagine that there is different alternatives for devils to merge with humans while keeping a 50-50 somewhat balance between them, if that makes sense. We don't know that infrastructure. Hopefully, we get a bit of information regarding it in Chainsaw Man Part 2, and I'm pretty sure we will, considering the hybrids were only really brought into the story and played such a massive role towards the end of it, with Makima controlling a good portion of them while Denji was going pretty haywire within his full armor Chainsaw Man form. So those are the 3 categories: devils, fiends, and hybrids. The easiest way to say what characters are going to return, pretty much all of them, considering all 3 of them are borderline immortal. There is semantics, however, on the hybrid side. If the human body dies, like Denji for example, Pochita can still be reborn back into hell. The exact same thing with fiends, as we got that confirmation with Power that if her human body dies, which is basically hosting her, she will be reborn back into hell. Devils are the exact same way. Alright, so the possibility of anyone or everyone returning is pretty much a thing. However, how much of them returns and the character that we've fallen in love with is a little bit different. This is where we start to take the infrastructure of hybrids and fiends and devils alike and try to, I guess, somewhat deep dive into the semantics of it and how much intricacy could be built into it, if that makes sense. The 2 kind of prime examples I can give is the rebirth of Power and Makima. And I want to start off with Makima because we actually see her, which is obviously the next version of her. when we get introduced to Nayuta, Kishibe mentions that they wanted to take her out of China, I believe is where they found her, and give her to Denji to watch over, to kind of formulate and raise her to be a certain type of way, so she wouldn't go out of control, so she wouldn't turn into the control devil like Makima. This kind of also implies that a portion of Makima's mentality or her emotions or the aggressive nature that she did have can transfer over to the next person. And it's kind of curious that Nayuta herself is the control devil, if that makes sense. She's already in a human form. We don't see that all too often. There's usually some sort of semi-reasoning why they're already in a human form, or if the hybrids have a human form, which is understandable, or even the fiends have a human form. But when a devil has a human form, a great example is the Aki situation with the Gun Devil. The Gun Devil is a very powerful individual, but when he is killed, he jumps bodies into Aki, but Aki is technically a fiend. The devil is controlling or puppeteering that body. Nayuta, for the most part, is completely different, and quite literally is just the control devil, and that depiction is that of a human. Do you see how that can kind of spiral out of control with an explanation on whether or not the control devil is viewed as human control, or if there's actually a devil form for it? Regardless of that, because that's not really the most important part. The important thing is memories jumping over to the next person. So from our very limited knowledge right now, any devils born back into the world, whether it be the blood devil like power that will eventually become a fiend most likely, or just a normal devil in general, they will not have the previous memories. So the power we once knew and loved will no longer be the same thing. But she does believe that Denji can befriend her once again, which makes me rather suspicious that certain things or attributes or human mental states can actually change or interfere with the devil's structure, if you will. Going back to violence and him being a devil in a human body but actually affected by the corpse that he took over. That shouldn't be a thing technically, but he is kind of the first variation for it, and power is more so the conclusive variation for it. So there definitely is a massive chance, and most likely writing wise would make a lot of sense if eventually Denji could reconnect with the Blood Devil, with power, and re-invoke certain memories or emotions that those two shared. Think of it like this: a devil gets a hard reset back into hell and they're a clean slate. They're wiped everything through and through, but there is stuff that can somewhat bloom or flourish based off the same encounter if that emotion or mental is strong enough. Does that make sense? So she may be an entirely different person until she meets Denji, because of their relationship, because of how much they built. It kind of linked itself not to the human body of power, but the devil infrastructure itself. The same way with violence, and potentially, most likely, the same way with Nayuta. See, Nayuta is interesting because I'm more so on the boat that the reason she has such an affinity for dogs and the barking that she does is because Makima did. She genuinely loved her dogs. It's one of the only things that she appreciated because it gave her this sense of satisfaction. It gave her this sense of family and belonging, something that she earned for, something that she deeply wanted through and through at her core. Those dogs coming back into the picture and being not only a physical representation of Makima's want for a family, but also Kishibe implying that Denji should try and give Nayuta a loving family, be that person for her, a big brother, a fatherly role. Now obviously this is a massive toll for Denji himself, considering he never had either of those things, so it's a learning process for both of them. But I do like to believe that that is the first step or iteration in showing that very strong lingering emotions or impactful sense of being can traverse over to a clean slated devil, one that has been reborn back into the world. So that pretty much explains power, that pretty much explains Makima or Nayuta. What about the hybrids? The hybrids are kind of a weird situation. Technically, if their human body dies, their devil should be reborn back into hell. I would assume they would also have attributes similar to the fiends once that potentially gets clarified from the human connection that they had. How much of it there is, however, I'm not entirely sure. I guess that would kind of boil down to the semantics of the hybrid and the experiment process that they go through. Denji, quite literally, is more so himself than Pochita, and even a lot of his personality showing within the full Chainsaw Man armor form, which is quite strictly should be 100% Pochita, but has the personality of Denji. I would assume if Pochita was to be reborn back into hell, if Denji died, he would retain a lot of Denji's personality, his memories, his emotions, etc. I do wonder if he could create a body based off those emotions, so he would look like Denji, or if he would have to obviously turn it into something else entirely, because we've seen the trait of Makima's very iconic eyes transfer over to Nayuta. Could Pochita theoretically do the same thing with Denji? If that human body were to perish and leave, but enough of Denji's personality was transferred over into Pochita, could he be reborn that way? Would it even be a hybrid then? Would it just be a very powerful devil that has evolved into something else entirely? So it may sound a little bit confusing, but hopefully that gives you a better understanding of pretty much every individual that can come back into the story. It's more so a matter of how much of their original self is actually there. Writing wise, I assume Fujimoto is going to play on it rather heavily, especially with power, especially with characters that we know and love. That's going to be the scariest thing, or watching them potentially evolve into a pretty malicious monster, like Nayuta, for example. So with that being said, that is basically it. Let me know what character you would like to see return within Chainsaw Man Part 2. Power, for example, more of Makima's personality, maybe some other hybrids, maybe some devils, maybe some fiends. I'm positive there's some interesting answers within there. I'd love to hear your thoughts. With all of that, I want to thank you all for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I greatly appreciate it. Drink plenty of water. New video every 3 days, and I will see you within the next one. Goodbye.